Our vision at VERVE is to inspire people to be greater than. And that's not just words. It's a bit like with our values. You know, we look at our reviews and we look at how many times people are mentioning the word care in our reviews. Today we saw a review from Nathan's customers talking about enjoyment. So, you know, whatever we decide on here, it's real. It's not just BS words to look good for a company. This guides our behavior. Everything has to be authentic. I don't like bullshit. I don't like people just saying these words that don't mean anything. We got to live it. So our vision is to inspire people to be greater. So it starts with us. You know, I see that starting with myself. So for example, you know, if I'm out of shape, people might look at me and think, dude, you can't inspire anyone. Use your own equipment. So we got to be real about it. We've got to be making sure we're starting with ourselves, but it's not just me, it's the whole team. So each of us individually needs to look at how can we be greater. In the Christmas EDM email that's going out this Christmas morning, we're going to send this out to everyone. We're going to talk about the importance of everyone, not just us, but our customers. We want to eventually, you know, inspire millions of people to be great at it themselves. And that starts with each of us. So if every single one of us in the team is being the greatest they can be, we're going to inspire so many people. So how do we do that? We got to start looking at intention is really important. So the intention with VERVE from the beginning was always to do this such an amazing job for customers. So how have we come from starting off in Australia in 2019 to leaping so far ahead so quickly of so many companies that were in the market well over 10 years? Because I've been doing exercises like this. I've been starting out with the intention. I write it down. What is the intention of VERVE? What are we going to do? None of us would be standing in this room, including me, if I wasn't doing these exercises, clarifying intention and working on it. It's very important to write it. Research shows that when you write down your intention, your brain has a way of guiding you towards the right activity. So it's not like, oh, like that book, The Secret, you just write something down and forget about it and it just happens like magic. No, that's bullshit. You got to take the action. But once you write it down and you've got that intention and maybe revisit it, think about it, you're more likely to be guided to the right action. You're more likely to notice an action that's going to take you towards that intention, and you're more likely to do it. But the starting point is writing it down. So I'm just going to hand everyone one of these envelopes, which is pretty much just page. Just take one and hand it around. I'd like everyone to take one of these home. It's a private exercise. No one's going to ask to read it. This is just for you yourself. Between now and the end of the year, it's a good time to reflect on the year. It's a good time to think about, you know, what would I like to happen in 2023? So for example, you know, what are my top 3 health and fitness goals? You know, it might be to get to a certain weight, it might be to get to a certain body fat percentage, it might be to get certain lifts, it might be to do a certain CrossFit movement, it could be anything, it could be to run a certain distance at a certain time. So it would be a good idea to write down a couple of your intentions. You know what, 2024, I'm going to be greater than. This is what I'm doing. And writing it down, set your intention. Again, professional, financial goals. It could be lots of different things, things you want to achieve professionally, financially, and then personal, family, relationship goals, things you want to do personally, your family, your relationships. It's really important to write this down. And anyone that does this exercise, I really implore you, do the exercise. As much as you can, read that page regularly. I could show you examples of things I've written down. Actually, I'll show you pictures that I've found in a magazine of something I wanted to happen, and I'd kind of keep that picture and I'd visualize it, and you know, of a house we want to buy, we end up with something exactly like that. It's a really simple but powerful exercise. So I'd implore everyone, write it down, look at it regularly. It's a private thing, maybe even last thing before you go to bed, before you go to sleep, you might just think of, okay, these are my intentions. You wake up in the morning, these are my intentions, and it guides you towards the right action, because it's the action that counts. And you know, this time next year, when we're standing here doing Bad Santa, you're gonna look back and go, wow, I wrote down my intentions, and you know what, I nailed it. I nailed it. So we want to inspire millions of people, but it's got to start with us. If we're not inspiring in ourselves, how can we inspire anyone? If I'm not inspiring in myself, I can't inspire anyone. Us as a team, we can't inspire anyone unless it starts with ourselves. So Yeah, we're going to make this 2024, VERVE is going to be greater than, and VERVE is going to inspire a lot more people in 2024. And who's excited for 2024?